OMG. The polar bear with the go-ahead home run in the 9th inning to help the Mets rally back to win it 4-2 after being shut out for 8 innings. And Pete Alonso homers to right. A 3-run homer. Pete Alonso. What a moment for Pete Alonso, and what a moment for the New York Mets as they advance to the NLDS, their first playoff series victory since 2015. Back here with David Samson, helped the Marlins win the World Series in 2003, and perhaps the Mets will win the World Series because they eliminated the Brewers in the postseason, and we know that trend. We talked about that. 6 of the 9 teams have won the World Series that eliminated the Brewers in the postseason. But now you have to reset. You're coming off this massive high of winning in Milwaukee. You're heading to Philadelphia. You're in this winner-take-all situation. And now you head into Game 1 against the Phillies, your NL East rivals. What's your mindset right now if you're Carlos Mendoza and the Mets?
You wish you were playing tomorrow. You want to roll into Philly for Game 1. You know you're facing Nola Wheeler. You know you want to get one of those 2 games to go back to Citi Field to try to win 2 in a row at home. You know that you're facing your division rival, but you also know that you're not road weary. Remember what they've done in the past. Is it week? Is it 10 days? They were in Atlanta. The hurricane comes. They go to Milwaukee. They go back to Atlanta. They go back to Milwaukee. Now they got to go to Philadelphia. They've got a Saturday game. I'm not stopping in New York. I'm going right to Philly tonight, get to the hotel, go to Citizens Bank for a workout tomorrow, and get ready for Saturday. I got to tell you, the Mets want to keep rolling, and this is how it feels when you get into a postseason. You don't care about how tired your pitchers are. You don't want days off.
David, what's your conversation now with your manager heading into that series in terms of lining up your rotation?
So I know exactly what the Phillies rotation is going to be, and I'm looking at what our pitchers, how we're lining up. And for me, the way they lined up in the wild card, I think it is perfectly fine, and I'm going to tell you why. They are going to focus far more on their hitting approach, because when you look at the Phillies lineup and the Mets lineup, I could argue the Phillies lineup is better. They have the advantage. There's no question about it. However, we also know that pitching is what wins these series. And so you've got to find a way to get to Nola or Wheeler, and I'm working on my approach. We've got Wheeler in Game 1, Nola in Game 2. The Mets don't have, they'll start with Severino. They don't have an ace. I think we can agree with that, and the Phillies have 2 aces. But in the playoffs, as you know, in a short series, anything can happen.
What makes you think that the Mets have any chance against these starters? I mean, it's Wheeler, it's Nola, it's Ranger Suarez, it's Christopher Sanchez. It can be a bullpen game. I mean, this is a team that is ready to win a World Series. They've been a couple games away here, David.
I mean, how many times have we seen it, though? How many times have we seen the better team lose? How many times have we seen that when you have that October magic, when you've got that little something, the je ne sais pas quoi, you can win a series? And that's how the Mets are feeling right now. Now, it is true that Wheeler and Nola seem untouchable, but it's also true that we've watched them over the years in the postseason been touchable. So there is a scenario where you go into Philly at Citizens Bank when you have this feeling, you know it's the perfect ballpark to go play in a playoff series, because you can have what Pete Alonso did, a little opposite field off a little changeup, boom, it's out of Citizens Bank. You get players who feel so good about themselves to play in that ballpark, and you know that home runs are going to matter, and you know that out-homering the opponent is how you win. And Citizens Bank, however loud it is, and we're going to hear all about it, this is you go in as a road team not feeling as though you are going to get overwhelmed.
Do you use any motivation from the end of the regular season when the Mets took 3 of 4 from the Phillies at home and you go, look, we can hang with these guys? Is that in the back of your mind as a player? Do you talk about that, or do you just completely flush that because this is the postseason and anything can happen? Do you use any of that, though?
So we don't want to do that. Here's why. Because what we say is September doesn't matter. Neither does August or July or June. October is always its own month, which means if you hit 320 during the season, you're back to 0. But But if you hit 190 during the season, you're also back to 0. You get to start over. So we would never go into a playoff series or go into a big series during the regular season and say, hey, let's talk about what we've done. Let's build on how we felt and what the results were. That's a lot of what the broadcasters do, and the media is put up what the trends are, what's happened in the last 20 games, etc. But inside the clubhouse, you are very much focused on today as the only day that you're thinking about. That's how baseball players have to be because of the grind and the everyday nature of the sport.
Who are you taking in the series?
Phillies.
Okay. All right.
All of that said,
that's fine.
The Phillies are really good.
You're right. You're right. But just to be different, I'm going to take the Mets. All right.
It's outstanding for baseball.
So we can go. We'll go. I'm not going to root with you. I'm going to root against you. So we'll be on opposite sides here.
Just keep in mind how great this was for baseball. You get Mets, Phillies in the division series. You get Padres, Dodgers in the division series, which is exactly what baseball wanted.
It's absolutely outstanding. And what a hit. What a home run by Pete Alonso.
Awesome.
He bleeping did it. My goodness. OMG, David. Can't wait to see you here in studio as the Mets advance to the NLDS. The series starts Saturday. First pitch set for just after 4 p.m. Eastern. Phillies won the regular season 7 games to 6. But I will note the Mets won 3 of 4 at the end of the regular season. Phillies seeking their 3rd straight NLCS appearance. They've been oh so close. They've been in the World Series. They lost to the Astros, lost to the Diamondbacks last year in 7 games. This, for the Phillies, they got to get past the Mets. This is a prove-it moment for Philadelphia because they have been so close to getting another ring. The Mets looking to spoil the party like they did in Milwaukee on this night.